Good morning, DJ. Good morning. It's Thursday, June 5th. The time is currently 9:15 a.m. What's good, DJ? We're in the Wild Wild West, tape reading the Wild Wild West for the next couple of days. Okay, so let's get straight into it. Woke up time. Today was actually kind of weird. I woke up at 7:08 thinking, oh shit, I've been sleeping for way too long. But I'm like, oh, I'm still kind of in range. Laid back down, slept, got up at like 7:30, 7:35-ish. Snoozed the alarm at 7:30, lay down, didn't get up and moving and doing stuff till like about 8:05 or 8:11-ish around there, which was kind of weird. But anyway, so that was my sequence of waking up. Hydrated, wrote down my goals, and stretched and meditated. So I got my morning routine in there. Arrived at my desk at 9:08. All right, as always, my weekly target is 5%. I didn't hit it this week, but hey, we're getting closer and closer. Love it. Daily target, $500. Obviously, I won't be trading today, so none of these matters. But I'm just going through the motions anyway as I would a regular day. Mental check-in. Feeling pretty good. Excited to see what price action has in store for us today. Excited to grow and get 1% better. Every time I come up on the markets, I'm excited because I know it's an opportunity for me to grow and learn more and become a better trader, better analyst. So excited overall. Risk disclaimer, I accept any risk that comes with trading today. I understand that trading comes with real risk and that losing is part of the game. News. NFP Thursday. All right. So we've had high impact news come out 8:30. Yeah, had a major impact in price. We finally hit first partial on yesterday's morning trade post 10 a.m. Fucking hell, mate. Anyway, we got medium impact news coming out at 10:30, and that's pretty much all the news for today. Yeah, it's pretty much come out. So we have news today anyway, makes it an optimal day to take a trade. But obviously, because it's NFP, we have NFP protocol in place, which means all trading must be done by Wednesday AM session. Post Wednesday AM session is Wild Wild West, and right now I'm not at the point where I can trade those, I guess, 5 sessions because it's two, and then one there. 5 sessions. So I'm fine just data collecting and building confidence and tape reading. Like I was saying yesterday, I love tape reading because it's like you're watching the charts to see your model with like no pressure, no noise behind it, like no real risk involved in the trade or anything. It's just better for the psyche anyway. But yeah, a weekly condition going into this week was a buy program. Okay, we've actually, I believe we're here. Let's go ahead and review price action overnight to see if anything's happened to change our weekly program, which it hasn't, but anyway, it's always good to review. Dollar bill, yeah, dollar still in risk on scenario. Okay. Do you have CBO, sim conversion? Yeah, but I'm not looking at it like that anyway. We took the relative equal lows here that was anticipating price to take, all right, to fill in the remainder of this. Well, we took it here and then we took this sell side and completely filled in this inefficiency here. Okay, we traced into the up premium of the range between this high and this low. Okay, and as you can see, it's heading back down. All right, to take sell side. In the next draw. What's that before or after? It's coming there. Oh, it's coming there already. So we have a tiny bit of it of the monthly BC left over. Okay. So that's my drawn liquidity sell side here into this monthly what the hell? Inefficiency. I couldn't say it. I was like, what the hell? Anyway, so dollar still risk on scenario, meaning all other asset classes should be going up, which is in line with my weekly bias. All right, there we go. So we completed for the yeah. What's the low of this candle? 21819. 21899. 891. Oh yeah, it's definitely going above that. Yep. Oh yeah, yep. So as you can see, yeah, we completely filled in the weekly inefficiency and the daily inefficiency next to the upper quadrant of that weekly inefficiency. Okay, so my next draw in price is digging deeper into this order block here and into this week daily inefficiency above price, and then potentially to take these relative equal highs above price. Okay, so that's my draw on liquidity there. But this was it, all right, to completely fill this in, and we've done that. Okay, so we've completed our weekly target, so which comes at a great time of tape reading and not wanting to trade in the market anyway. So yeah, as you can see from my current understanding of price action, okay, nothing's really happened in price to change my weekly program. So what I am paying attention to now, because this was a sell on the 4 hour, and now you would have been taking out that sell. So I want to see this fair value gap here, this SIBI act as an inversion fair value gap and keep price higher, okay, to potentially come in, fill in this inefficiency and take these two relative equal highs here. So I'm paying attention to this to see if this 4 hour CB here becomes an inversion fair value gap and keeps price higher. Of course, it has inefficiencies nested inside of it, okay, that price can use. But between this high and potentially the next high that forms, this is the lowest point. But for me, I guess stop loss will be here because this is the first swing below the fair value gap. So we'll go to the next swing. So yeah, I'll be paying attention to that to see if my models actually, works on, I'm sure it works in the high time frame, but I want to see it. It's gonna take a longer time to, for this to happen, but that's why I'm just pointing it out there to see that that's what I want to see. I want to see if that's what it does. But anyway, yeah, so we're still in the buy program. Let's go ahead and note key highs and lows, and then go ahead and identify our dealing range for this morning session. I've already done the highs and lows from yesterday. Just need to do Asia and London. As you can see, this is what A30 high impact news had on price. Yeah, and that trade will still be going from the morning. Like it will just be hitting um first partial right now. So yeah, -1. Oh, we hit -2 as well. Giving you two take profits. Yeah, madness though. Yeah, but yeah, so what if it takes the whole day? Yeah, you ain't lose nothing. Anyway, key highs and lows, let's go. London's the same on the high, on the low is the same as well. Asia same, Asia same. All right, cool. So we have London high as 4 a.m., Asia high as 8 p.m. London low, 2 a.m., 9 p.m. And we are all set to go. Yup, yup, yup. Oh, about to say, where my time? I know I did it last night as well. Yes, Wednesday. Until the range is right in. It's high, it's low. All right, we got a daily range for the day for now from the morning session. So all set. I'm ready to roll for 9:30. Open the bell. Hmm. With me. Currently in the at equilibrium of the daily range in the no trading zone. Okay, 115. We ready. We ready. Opening bell. Ding ding diggy diggy ding ding diggy diggy ding ding. Below price. Okay, so we gapped up. Opened and no trading zone, still in equilibrium. See what price has in store for us today. Oh, I forgot to snapshot daily range real quick. Save that.
Market is open.
Thank you very much. Came out, came down. No trading zone, but can be an entry. Two. Alright, you began tagged in that. Follow it on the 15 second just because it's cleaner. Yeah, this is one thing that I wanted to know, right? I wanted to know if I wanted the key height to be above that. Because last time the key height was below in the same time, same thing that happened last time. So this would be a good data to collect here. Last time it failed though. But it comes out and then gives you the setup. Yeah, you see. That's me. I would prefer this trade because this one is a pro trend trade and two, it came outside of the zone, right? Even though this came outside of the zone, sell wasn't formed. Sales was formed like inside of that no trading zone. Well, let's see though. Right, I want to see it, but nice. Breaking out dealing range to the downside there. So I can't take those. Almost pops out. Use the sell. But just the first partial alone is one to about one, less than 1 to 5, close to it. So what I'm seeing is that the initial trade from 9:30 really says a lot. Anyway, broke out of the dealer range to the downside. We're in discount. Took sell side. Which sell side was that? Lunch. Sell side. Let's see if we get a bicep up here. Yep, we do. First trade still hasn't given you your first partial yet. First partial would be right here. So now at that point, if -1 is all the way here and outside of the dealing range is here. The question doesn't it? How would I manage that? Depending on here, but where would you partial out stuff? Well, no dealing range. if it breaks out of the dealing range before hitting a target, then the dealing range should be the target, right? If it's like this, if it's outside of it. That's about it. Wait, we'd be in both trades still. Or just leave it the hell alone. Let it do its thing. If we take this low, I want to see that. I want to see these BCs. See price higher. I mean lower, sorry. We did hit a weekly buy side, so you're going to see a significant movement as a higher time frame. Potentially to this daily low here, these very typical lows. You there? I don't know what I'll be doing this morning. Well, I know I would be in that in the short trade. I would be in that trade still. Whether I would have got in this one would be a question. 9:30, 9:45. Medium impact news was at 10:30. So let's see if that brings about anything. So with that first partial should be either -1 or like the high end of either end of the dealing range or actually first partial. For morning though, right? Didn't take any trade, but now is collecting more data, adjusting, like I would have been a real to catch this beautiful trade and not got anything out of it. That would have been tough. But now, because of today, I have something in place for something like this, right? Let's say negative first partial is beyond the end of the dealing range, then the dealing range end becomes the first partial. So this would have been partial one, and then would be taking something off here as well. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. See, if I wasn't here, if I didn't show up this morning, I wouldn't have known. Maybe I would have known if when I back tested, if I had back tested, right? But I'm here seeing it live, so can't complain. So morning, 9:30, usually it will give you a setup, right? To go to the other side of the dealing range. If it doesn't, then it will take one side of the dealing range, and that's what we're waiting for one side to be taken, and then we're anticipating to see where price wants to go to after taking that side. So sometimes I'm gonna get a move at the 9:30 to take that side, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm gonna have to wait till it breaks out and then gives me the opportunity. But I'm starting to see little things here and there. Cool. Oh, so we're taking this high now, so this should become an inversion. We take this high here, what's this high? Oh, 80275, 803. Oh, yep, we took it. So that was this one. 80275, and this is 803. Yep, we took it. So these two CBs should keep price higher. And you begin taking out break even up the first partial here. Yeah, because that first partial can be two places now. Wow, wow, West. What you think is gonna happen is not gonna be the thing that happens. Oh, it's madness, isn't it? This is why he said he doesn't trade these days. Because you can get real, like in any other day, this would have been fine, right? It would have just done what it's supposed to do, but wow, West, woo wee. I'm just so happy and pleased that I'm just tape reading and I'm actually not having to deal with this being in the market like this. Because boy, this trade, yes, I definitely would have took this trade. Now it would be about obviously not I still would be in this trade according to my current trade management. Okay, so yeah, still would be in here and this would have been a good buy trade too to engage in. Still would have been in there too. So let's see, you'd be in both trades still. But uh, at what cost, man? I'm just so happy I'm not having to navigate in these terrains. Because even though we got two good setups, still wouldn't have yielded you anything according to my current management plan. So obviously, this one day is not going to change everything, but it will be data being collected. That obviously, if I continue to keep seeing it, I'm going to be like, okay, yeah, now we need to adjust. Let the data do the talking. If you ain't showing me the data, then don't chat to me. Because I'm a data check now. I need to see the data. Where's the supporting data for that? Data. There's a madness out here. Oh, that was 10:30 news, isn't it? 10:30 right here, news. Okay, so 10:30, what's the news? Medium impact news here. Post news yesterday. Still would be in both trades still. Nothing special is happening right now. 2, 3, 4. How motherfucker? Okay. So between this high, that high, it's the low, still would be in there. But let's keep it here. Then we have this one right here that we've come into. Mhm. Three, four. This is ugly anyway. God damn. First partial, we're moving to break even on that. Ugly, but I did what I needed to do. I wouldn't have moved or anything. Stop loss still would have been here. First partial, break even. So post 10:30. This was the setup here. Oh, so 1 minute as well. 2, 3. Fair value gap here. And this still remained an inversion fair value gap. This one's probably more of a madness than the one we're currently on. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I wouldn't be trading here in only no trading zone. Yeah. Still get price, but I can still use it as an inversion. Or to see if it keeps price. Alright. No, more trade, more than be. But that was a good data to collect though. First partial, if -1, whichever one comes first, right? -1 or daily range either side. Cool. So I'll be walking out here with something at least. Taking something from today. Which is good. This obviously no, but this yes. Girl, what you want? It was ugly and it, took a while, but it yielded. And we also learned crucial where first partial should be now. It's either going to be -1 or either end of the dealing range. Whichever one comes first. Yeah. That was a good revelation there for today. Glad I showed up. So it would have been very easy for me to keep sleeping right now. And just back to the morning. But I wanted to see it. This is my day job. Yeah, feel me? I got a tree as such. My day job is that I'm a day trader. One, two, three. Second partial. will be 89.75. Oh, 79. So 5. So we wouldn't have been hit yet anyway. Yeah, right there. Oh, it's close, so close. Probably like a takeaway. 7,850. Oh yeah, 7,850. I'm looking at 7,975. Yeah, yeah, handle or something anyway. One handle and a take away or some shit. But if we gotta get into it, that we should we. Slow down now. Slow down. Let me grab you. Mm, mm. 1050 Mac. Reading our triggers? This one is not in effect here because we haven't taken this high. This one's not in effect here because we haven't taken this high. But this one is because we've taken this high right here, excuse me. Now the 30-second one is in effect because this high has been taken. About to wrap up here soon. Let's see if a second partial gets hit. All right, DJ. Let's rub this bitch up in a bowl as we head to second partial. Oh, oh, shit. All right, so what I did well today is that I showed up, okay, got 1% better, gained experience, learned lessons, showed discipline and not taking any trades and following my procedures and protocols. So I'm very proud and pleased with myself about that. Why I fall short today would be wake up time, even though like I was waking in and out of sleep like since 7:08. Still, I didn't, I should have stayed up at least at 7:30 alarm went off. I should have stayed up and not, laid back down. So I would say where I fell short would be wake up time. Chart wise, didn't really do nothing. I would also say, I was supposed to be tape reading, right? Well, I was watching the tape, but like I wasn't 100% watching the tape, which is what I do anyway on a regular day. I be on my phone here and there sometimes, but still, I need to cut that distraction down a little bit more, okay? Be less on the phone and more like involved in the charts and the candlesticks and the formation of the candlesticks and how they're forming. Where's it gravitating towards? Is it showing me that I'm on side, I'm off side? I want to get to that part, but like you said, sometimes it's just like nothing's happening in it. So I rather just distract myself when nothing's happening really and truly. But yeah, so how I can improve for next day, next trading session is keep sticking to my model, procedures, and protocols. Okay. Don't let short-term adversity deviate from what I got going on. All right, I got a good process and procedures and model going on right now, and I'm very happy and pleased with. I'm refining and fine-tuning and getting to the point where I'm like, okay, yeah, this is how I want to trade. So keep doing that, keep showing up. Okay, that's like the first part of getting to where you want to go to is showing up, right? Showing up every day. All right, with the open mindset, being open, being willing to learn and grow and become a better version of yourself than you were yesterday, last week, last month, like just constant trying to improve and get 1% better every day. But yeah, other than that, that would be it for this morning in the Wild Wild West. It's price action was quite wild, but as you can see, the setups were clean, right? The two setups that I probably would have engaged in the morning session were clean. Like, this would have been the first trade. Okay, obviously with my current trade management, it wouldn't have hit my take profit. But obviously now it's being adjusted as I'm collecting data, right? So now if the whichever end of the dealing range is before -1, that will be first partial instead of, running into a situation like this again and not being able to take anything out, even though it came out and took out dealing range sell to the down to the sell side, right? That would have been okay, yeah. Doesn't have to give you -1 because we've broken out the dealing range and we took sell side liquidity on top of that, right? So this is where I'm anticipating a buy to happen here. So which it did. And so this trade and this would have been the next trade I probably would have engaged in. Okay, so yeah, didn't come and hit your stop regardless of what's happening. If follow my management plan, all right, partial in here and move into second partial again, smash there. Partial in here, the first one, and then move into break even. Okay, even the entry was here. Right here, I'm still in it. Even here, I'm still in it. Okay, even when it came down here, I still would have been in it because my stop was below this or at this swing point and never was taken. So yeah, second partial on that trade there, coming to take out dealing range to the buy side there. So yeah, even though it was like ugly, not really that clean, it was kind of clean, right? Once if you know what you're looking for, it was clean. So one thing that I will mention, DJ, before we get out of here, I want to make note of this is that because last time that trade resulted in a loss, and I said, oh, maybe I want to see it take the liquidity in the range that I want to see it, but it doesn't have to, right? Because as you can see, this one it didn't take the liquidity in the range, or it took well, bear me. So from what I'm seeing, right, is that once we break out of this pink line and the setup forms, all right, it can form within the no trading zone as long as we've broken out, right? We're broken out into the obviously we're in a premium here. Above yellow is a premium regardless, but I'm just like for me, sometimes between this point and this point, the setups are formed and in here are like is this where it tends to chop, right? So sometimes it's not clean setups that form. But because we broke out of the pink line and then came back down, right? This was a fine entry. Okay, I can enter within the no trading zone. I just cannot take a setup inside of that, right? And my justification here is that we broke outside of the no trading zone and then broke back down. So anyway, all of that to say that these trades, okay, I'm fine to take as long as it breaks out of the pink line and then comes back down and gives me the setup, I'll take it. Like even here, the entry is between this pink line and this yellow line, 50% is roughly here. Okay, the entry is above that 50% line, which is, my last line in the sand there. Between 50%, above 50% of this, I'm fine to enter and take a trade there. So yeah. So fair. But anyway, with my current management, this trade would have come and taken me out for a loss there. Yeah, would have come and taken me out for a loss. So today's actually been a good day to collect data, and then obviously this was a good scenario to run into on a day like this when I'm tape reading and I'm not actually in the market, right? So this was excellent. I'm very happy and pleased with that this happened, at this time when I'm not in the market. Because if I was in the market, I would have been a bit pissed, man. Because that's a good move, but I didn't hit my initial profit. But that's a good move. That's a good trade. But yeah, so now we have something in place, okay, for this scenario. And that's why showing up and collecting data and gaining the experience yourself, all right, helps you refine and grow as a trader. Because if I didn't show up today, even though probably I would have maybe came to the same conclusion by back testing the day, right? And seeing that obviously, yeah, I wouldn't have hit it here. I would have probably seen it then. But still, if I didn't backtest or if I wasn't in the market today, I wouldn't have learned this, right? And You know, like that's how you improve and you get better. You have to be in this market, gaining the experience, back testing, refining, and shit like that. Just I can't knock it. Like since I've been doing this on a consistent basis, yeah, it's taking my trading to the next level. And I'm not upset, but like I'm kind of like, why didn't I start doing this early? Like if I did this like the first year of getting into ICT concept and learning. Woo! I'll be exactly where I want to be right now. But it's all good though. It's all good. Everything in Yeshua's timing, okay? And he's always on time. He's never late. He's always on time. So this is when he wanted me to get this knowledge. This is when I get the knowledge, right? This is when I probably proven myself to him to be worthy of this skill, to be worthy of this knowledge, right? So hey, that's how I look at it anyway. But yeah, so good morning of data collecting and refining and adjusting. Obviously, I will be collecting more data on this, but for now, I think I have a good game plan moving forward, and obviously with more data, I'll be able to say, hey, maybe I'll just leave it. It's not worth it or whatever, right? But for now, that's what I'm going to be doing. Um, whichever first partial would be whichever one comes first, -1 or either end of the daily range with respect to what trade I'm in. But anyway, taking dealing range to the buy side now. So higher, higher, higher. But yeah, so this trade I would have took, yep. And I still would have been in it. I'm not sure if I would have jumped on this trade on this trade just because I was still would be in this trade. But I'm starting to see that the 9:30 trade, and then if it's like against the trend, we'll get the setup, the morning this setup for the pro trend trade will be like during the macro or post 10 o'clock ish going on. So I'm starting to get a feel for price action and the things that it does, and it's been consistent in the thing that it's doing. So yeah, that's what experience is here for. So yeah, those really are the only two trades I would have partook in. All right, it was clean, but like once you're in the trade, it was messy, right? The setups were clean, but once you were in the trade, it was kind of messy, and you would just have to depend on them on your management plan, which obviously would have cost me on the first trade, but on the second trade, I would have been fine, perfectly okay, which was a pro trend trade in a discount, what we're looking for, perfect breaking out of the dealing range to the sell side, textbook set up as to like what I'm looking for in price. Drop drops takes one side of the dealing range into liquidity, okay, and gives me my setup. That's like top tier right here. Like this is top fucking tier. Even though you had this, coming down, still wouldn't have taken you out. Okay, you still would be in that trade. All right, so let's bring the news into it now. Post 10:30, we had medium impact news. So post 10:30, medium impact news here. So post news, all right. So after the news, we were in during the news when the news was released, we was in equilibrium of the range in the no trading zone. So this setup here, really, I wouldn't have taken it because it was initiated in a no trading zone. So this is the difference between this setup here and this. Well, the difference between this setup here and this setup here, because this setup broke out of the no trading zone and then gave me the setup. This setup here is still within the no trading zone, so I wouldn't have taken this sell here. I just wouldn't have been a valid sell for me to take it. So post news, we're in equilibrium. We drop into discount. Okay, take into not inefficiency, sorry, into a liquidity. Okay, it was a lunch sell side. Swing low, displacement back above it. Okay, market structure shift, making it A plus setup there. Post new setup right here. This is it. This is that bad boy you'd be in. And first partial for that trade would be getting smashed. So yeah, you'd be at break even right now. So that was really the trade of the morning, avoiding, all this ruckus. Even though this was a good trade, you would have avoided all this ruckus, right? Soon as you entered the trade straight, in your direction, right? So this was the better trade out of the 3 trades, which was posted 10:30 medium impact news. So I thought this thing was supposed to be showing the news and stuff. I thought it had the news and stuff. When I go in the higher time frame, it shows me the news. That's crazy. But anyway. Anywho, that was the trade. Yeah, this trade here, this wouldn't have been a valid entry for me because it occurred inside of the no trading zone there. So cool. Would have not took that. Interesting to know. Um, yeah, we had it on 30 seconds as well. Post news. Nothing on a seconds chart. Wouldn't have commented and tagged you in there. But yeah, all in all, good morning. Good morning session. Yeah. Clean, but not so clean, right? Clean, but not so clean. But it was clean. That was clean. It was clean. As clean as it can get, though. But messy once you were inside of the trade, right? But yeah, very pleased and happy with with the morning session, and what we're taking out of the morning session. All right, it's just gonna make us that 1% better. So it showed up today and go 1% better, and yeah, can't complain. Nothing bad to say about price action today. Is beautiful. It's just like messy, but like it did exactly what we anticipated for it to do. So yeah, DJ, that'll be it for us this morning. Yeah, I'll be here. I'll be back for the PM Thursday. I have class. Yeah, I'll be back for the PM session. Okay, we'll watch a little bit of the PM session and then see how that pans out and gain more experience there as well. So that'll be it for me this morning. Brilliant Wild Wild West tape reading session there. Won't complain. But DJ, catch you in a PM session. As you already know, As you already know, you don't already know. What do you already know? You don't already know. How do you know? It's in my head. You're not in my head. Anyway, DJ, I'm the trader signing out. Good luck, good trading, happy hunting.